Hey there, YouTube coin community. It's Dustin with Coin Opp. Hopefully everybody can see me. Unfortunately, it's not pulling up with the comments yet on my side, so I'm probably going to have to do that through my phone, it looks like. I'm not too sure why it's not doing that, but I can't see anything yet. Hopefully everybody can see me. I'm going to have to use my phone. Go figure it would have a problem right off the bat. Alright everybody, well I can at least see the live chat on my phone, so unfortunately I'm going to have to look down. Hi everybody, holy cow, there is a lot of people already here. I'm going to try to get the chat to pull up on my computer. For whatever reason it is not, and I'm not too sure why. I haven't had this problem with my test runs on a different channel that I was doing test runs on, but I am having some issues with that. Good, I can see everybody sees, they can see and hear me just fine. That's excellent. Your screen just shows the Coin Opp logo and nothing else. That's not good. Well, hi Bill, hi Alan, hi Jose, Detecting Rods and Reels. What's up? What's going on, brother? How you doing, Cody? Jackie, I can see you in the comments as well. It's awesome to see you. Unfortunately, I'm having to use my phone to see the comments because for whatever reason on my monitor, it is not pulling up with the comments. I don't know if Justin over at Couch Coins has ever had that, but I have not had that problem before, and somehow I am having that issue. I cannot find my own live stream. That's ridiculous. Let's see here. Might have to find it through one of my other profiles then. Just bear with me a second here. This is my first time to ever live stream, so this is all very new to me. Oh, I can watch it from here. There we go. I can pull up the comments this way. Bear with me a second here. Sorry about that, everyone. Alrighty. Now I can see the comments. Oh, so you had the same problem today also, Justin. Hey, I wanted to give a big shout out to Couch Collectibles. I see he's here on the stream. He has been doing a lot to help promote this stream right here. I enjoy watching his content. If any of you guys have not seen Couch Collectibles channel yet, he does a lot of live coin searching and just a whole lot of interesting stuff. And it's more than just error and variety coins like I like to talk about. It's a whole bunch of everything. So I do suggest you go over and check out Couch Collectibles. I will post a link to his channel down there in the comments after I'm done with this. Oh, Jackie wants to know how I got started coin collecting. That is an excellent question, and I will jump into that. Let me just do one more quick shout out. I wanted to give Sylvia, I see she's in the chat as well, a quick shout out. The last couple days she has been helping me out a lot with through messaging on Facebook with me getting set up with this live stream. So it's good seeing you in here, Sylvia. Anyhow, Jackie, you had said about how I got started in coin collecting. Well, the truth is my father's a disc jockey. I grew up around the radio stations and all of that stuff. And when I was between the ages of 5 and 6, my dad had to do a live remote. Oh, wow. Somebody already gave me a super chat. If you guys don't know what a super chat is, Bree Hamblin just gave me one. There's a little feature that you are able to tip or donate money directly to me right there in the comments. So I got my first super chat ever. Thank you so much, Bree. I will definitely be always remembering your name. You are the very first person to ever leave me a super chat. But back onto the subject, though, of how I got started. We have great banks here in New Hampshire. Most will give you whatever you're doing. Awesome. That is really cool, Sophia. Well, my father took me to a live broadcast that he had to do at a coin show at the York Fairgrounds in York, Pennsylvania. And he bought me a bunch of Indian head cents out of a little bargain bin. And that sparked my interest initially as a kid. Now, all of those Indian head cents that he got me as a kid, I pretty much lost every single one of them, probably within the first year. But it sparked my interest. Whoa, Sylvia! Sylvia with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Sylvia. That's, can't believe I'm getting tipped. That's amazing. You guys blow my mind. I love every one of you guys. But my dad basically started my hobby. And then many, many years ago, I was down in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And it's kind of a two-part. One, I went into a coin shop to go sell some silver that I had. and I ended up seeing in the case a coin that was marked Ancient Coin, and it had a $1 price tag. So I asked the dealer about it, and he said he knew nothing about it. It came in with an estate sale. So I bought it for $1, and I researched it, found out it was a widow's mite from 33 BC, a lepton, and I ended up selling it for like 20 bucks or something like that. But it sparked a whole interest. I realized that you could make money off of money. And then I ended up finding a 1964 double die adverse. I had bought some silver, and I was checking them to look for any kind of mint errors or anything, and I ended up finding a double die adverse Kennedy $half, and I brought it to Jim Dimmick Coins in Fayetteville, and Jim Dimmick basically started my whole everything with error and variety coins. That's the man that introduced me to double dies and repunch mint marks, and he himself is not into that stuff. He just knows a little bit about it. And as a coin dealer, I've never met a coin dealer that was just as amazing as he is. He's just excellent. What's up, Drew? Holy cow, one of my childhood friends is actually in here. Somebody I haven't even probably seen in 15 years. That's amazing. Hey, Drew. Wow, that is cool. But that's how I basically got started into it. And once I realized that I could make money off of money, I just fell into it immensely. And then it turned from something that I could profit into to something that I just enjoyed doing, and it turned into a hobby. So that's how I basically got started with coin collecting. And it's pretty rare that I sell. From time to time, people might see me sell stuff in groups, but that is only when I basically got something I don't need anymore, or I upgraded a coin. So I don't really sell a whole lot. I pretty much just like to study and learn and pass on information. I enjoy every bit of passing on information. What's going on, coin collecting hobby? Hey, Skyfalk, what's going on, buddy? Let's see who's all in here. How did you guys get started? Anybody have a very cool story of how you guys got started? If you do, I'd be curious to hear it. Couch in the house. Let's see. So I decided that on Wednesday nights, I did create a schedule. I haven't had for the last 2 months, basically, a set video schedule. Well, I did set a schedule, and I kind of wanted to fill everybody in on the schedule that I was thinking of. Excuse me, I have to cough. Excuse me. What I was thinking of is Saturdays by 3 o'clock p.m. I will have my standard videos that I like. Thanks, John Claggett, that I like uploading on Saturdays. So by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I should have a video up every Saturday. Mondays, I want to start doing a video every Mondays, and I'm thinking my Monday videos will be on mint errors. Wednesdays, I want to leave this open and do question and answers. So I will come up with various topics. We'll talk about other things. Daniel Linebacker, I have a question. I found a few quarters, America the Beautiful series, that have obvious doubling. I went to the coin shop, and the guy said it's mechanical doubling. What is the... I couldn't read the last part of that. Something about mechanical doubling. Well, I can always get into that. But as I was saying, so Wednesdays I wanted to open this up for question and answer with topics. And then I was also thinking of doing a video Friday nights. Recently, I talked to Heritage Coin Auctions. They allow me to use images and all that stuff. So between Heritage and eBay, there's always something really cool that is just super high dollar and really awesome in the error and variety world. So I'm thinking of maybe just doing highlight videos every Friday on either auctions that are coming up or just ridiculously high-end things in the error and variety world that have sold. I was digging for worms in my grandmother's old yard next to the house, completely random, and found a 1910 wheat penny. This was 12 years ago, and I still have it. That's how I got into collecting. That's a good story. I like that story. If you're having trouble, search Coin Opp Live. You and Elisha. Great stream. Actually, see, John Claggett just mentioned you and Lawson would make a great live stream. For those of you who don't know, Robert Lawson is my business partner. There's actually a small handful of people that work with me. Robert Lawson has been with me as a channel partner almost from the get-go. He supplies... Whoa, Coin Collecting Hobby with the $20 super chat. Thank you, Coin Collecting Hobby. I'll have to do an actual shout-out for you at some point. Everybody that left me a super chat today, in my next video that I'm going to post Friday, I'm going to give you guys all a special thank you in that video as well. That is amazing. But with Robert Lawson, he has been a mentor and influence. He's who I go to. If there's something I don't know the answer to, I go to him with it. Either him or Ken Potter or Brian Rains, or sometimes Christopher Rhodes, Ken Peavy, and Jody Allen Gomez. I go to all of them as well. But Robert Lawson is pretty much my go-to, and he's my business partner. Now, we have been talking about having him because he lives in Ohio and I live in Pennsylvania. So I was going to have him link up with a live stream on a future one, and we were going to do question and answers together. Started on this hobby January 2017. Love it. I lost 40 pounds. My depression is gone. Lost 40 pounds and your depression is gone. That's a lot of weight to lose, Soledad. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Woohoo. Hi, much Flint here. Hi, Flint. I've been watching since the beginning of the year. Wow. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl Bussman. That is awesome. First of all, guys, I can't even believe that there's this many people even watching this right now. I'm from PA. You're from Altoona. I'm about 4 hours away from you, Lee. I'm in York, Pennsylvania. Now, I was actually born here in York, raised here, but I've lived clear across America most of my adult life. And just about a year ago, I moved up here to be close to family back from the Carolinas. I've lived in the Carolinas for many, many years. What's the best coin you have, Coin Opp? That is a very good question. It all depends if you are looking for best coin value-wise or best coin that I personally have. What's the white whale coin you've always wanted but haven't been able to find? Those are both really good ones. I will get into Matthew, the great coin rollers question here in just a second. Let me finish this first one, though. The coin that I personally really, really enjoy, I have a major love for Indian head cents, and well, pretty much all small cents or copper in general, but I love the Indian head cent. And I have an 1888/7, it's a lower grade that I absolutely cherish. And then I also have an 1873 double Liberty that I always wanted one, and unfortunately the example that I have is very low grade, because a very high grade example would be just ridiculously expensive. But I do have a lower grade 1873 double Liberty Indian head cent that I just love. It is one of my favorite varieties, and I'd always wanted one. Looks like it's freezing up a little bit on my end here. Can everybody see everything okay? Is it getting choppy at all? Is it freezing up? Just Coin Opp. To me, it puzzles or coins. I can't walk. I'm home Monday. So coins is my living. All right. If you bring one previous coin design no longer minted, what design would you want them to mint again? If I could bring back any design, I absolutely love the adverse, the front of the Indian head cent. And the reason that I enjoy it is during the time period, I know that they were trying to repair relations with the Native Americans, but what a lot of people don't realize is that the Indian head cent, that's not an Indian head, an Indian on the front of it. That's Lady Liberty wearing an Indian headdress. Oh, hey, thank you, Jackie. Holy cow, there's another $20 super chat. Thank you, Jackie Spangler. She's been, just so you guys know, Jackie has been with me, following me since pretty much the beginning. There's only a few people. I know Richard Gaston, Jackie Spangler, Jessica Turner. There's a few people that have been watching this since the very, very beginning, and she's one of them. I live in Dover, about 15. If you live in Dover, Dan Linebearer, or however you say your last name, I'm literally 10, 15 minutes from you. Would you be able to look up and look at some errors? Absolutely. I would definitely meet up and look at errors. On that matter, for anybody that ever has any questions on errors, I do get, just so you know, I get a ton of emails. If I could show you, I have 3 different email addresses, plus the forums, website, all of that stuff. And if any of you guys ever want opinions on coins, you can more than happily send me an email. Make sure you have images of it. And I will get back to you. Sometimes it does take a while. I get a lot of coin questions, more than just from this channel. I get just tons of them, and it can be overbearing at times. I do want to give a quick shout out before I go into more questions. A real quick shout out to all of the admins for the Coin Opp group on Facebook and the Coin Opp sales group on Facebook. Christopher Rhodes, Jody Allen Gomez, Brian Cleaver, who am I missing? Ken Peavy. I know Ken Potter's in there. And of course myself, Robert Lawson, Amber Pennell, I feel like I'm missing some people. Well, if I missed any of the admins, just so you guys know, those admins, they volunteer their time. We don't get paid for looking at coins or answering questions or moderating any of the groups. And I know sometimes it can be frustrating in the groups because we do have to keep everything family friendly and coin oriented. And so it can get frustrating sometimes, you know, dealing with people. But those moderators and admins, they volunteer all of their time in there. And I just have an amazing group of people linked up with me in there. And I love every one of my admins. It is just amazing. Speaking of that, on our website, now Kyle, who is my publicist media manager, Kyle has been with me since the very beginning. He is the person that gave me the idea to even make this YouTube channel. Just so you know. Wow, I'm 76 watching. Holy cow. But so Kyle gave me the idea for this YouTube channel. He said, you know a lot about coins. I don't see really anything about particularly error and varieties. Now, when we originally built this channel, we never ever expected it to have anywhere near as many subscribers as it does. We figured it was such a small niche that there's no way it would ever be something big and popular. And somehow it has. Off topic, but do you remember Potter from PA? Yes, actually I do. There's a whole bunch of Potters from this area in PA. There's actually a Ken Potter who is a CEO of a company out here, and if I ever say the name Ken Potter, everybody out here always thinks that's who I'm talking about. Oh, you know, Matthew the Coin Great, or yeah, Matthew the Coin Great Searcher had asked a question back. I can't even find it. There's been so many. I don't even remember what his question was. Anyhow, Dustin has a book he put out. Yes, I do. My favorite design is the Walking Liberty and the Mercury Dime. I do enjoy a lot of those designs as well. Sean Wu, you said your favorite design is the Walking Liberty and the Mercury Dime. I enjoy them a lot as well. Let me get back to what I was saying about Kyle. I keep getting distracted and I apologize. I've never done any of this before, so this is all new to me, the whole live streaming thing. But as I was saying about Kyle with our website, he went and built our website. He has degrees in journalism and computer science and stuff. So we built our website, and recently he built us an auction part of the website. Now, what I'm doing on there is only going to be a handful of dealers that I know have lots of stock, and they're all dealers that sell error variety or anything related that don't rip people off, that are vetted, that are just decent dealers. One of the things that I get annoyed with, especially looking on eBay, is the amount of errors that are just not errors at all. They're post-mint damage or just overpriced garbage, and then all of the fakes that I see. I'm tired of all that stuff. So I wanted to make a sales place for people that you can go to if you ever want to purchase coins from dealers that are not going to rip you off, not sell you fakes, and not overcharge you. So we are in the process of that. It is up, it is live. I do have to spend the rest of this week getting dealers to start listing and all that stuff. So if you do go over to our website, which once again I'll post links to that will be up there. SLQ is one of my favorites. Coin roll. Just getting into collecting, very, very special frame. Got me into it. That is awesome. I will tell you right now, for those of you that are just getting into coin collecting is one of the oldest collecting hobbies. People have always had collectibles. Even when they excavate ancient sites, they find things that people had collections of. Coins has always been a collectible, and for a long time it was referred to as the hobby of kings. Basically, because if you get into the really high-end stuff, you would have to be a king to have money for that. But the thing that I love about coin collecting is it literally goes against all the boundaries. There's no boundaries to it. Anybody could do it. Anybody could do it. If there is something that you like, that you enjoy, that's a coin, it doesn't have to be an error variety. It doesn't even have to be anything worth money. If you enjoy it, you can collect it. And that's the thing that I absolutely love about coin collecting. Calling them a dub. Music is a little loud. Well, let's turn that background music down. Thank you, Sylvia. I'll do something about it. I don't even need background music. I'm just used to having it. So what up? What up, Victor? I see you, Jess. Hello, Coin Opp. From one coin nerd to another. I definitely am a coin nerd. Anybody that ever meets me in real life, that is pretty much what I eat, breathe, and sleep and talk about. And that's it. And if you're ever hanging out with me, and we're doing whatever, if we go walking into a coin shop, be prepared to be there all day. I have window doubling. Neither look like any known double dies. Well, Danny, I'd love to see them. You did say that you are in Dover, which is like 15 minutes from me, so I'll post my email address right now, and just shoot me an email, and I'll link up with you from there. First live. Yeah, this is my first ever being live on YouTube. I've been hoarding coins for a while now. I didn't even know there was Coin Opp videos on YouTube. So happy I found it. I'm glad you found it too. Fancy serial numbers. For appointment, had anything, any suggestions? Yeah, I wouldn't wait longer. I would call them right back. Heritage usually, I've dealt with Heritage quite a bit, and out of all the major auction houses, I find Heritage is one of the easiest to deal with. They have excellent public relations. I'm not too sure why they haven't reached you back. I do know that with submitting stuff to Heritage, it's much easier to have everything already graded by a third-party grader. So whoever grades the currency, which Kyle could answer that, I know very, very little about currency. I mean, I do know about fancy bills and all that, but I've never sent currency off to be graded, certified, or any of that. I literally absolutely love error and variety coins. And the reason that I love error and variety coins is because you can find them in everyday pocket change. You can literally get a penny for a penny, spend a penny on it, and end up with something like a 1969S double die or 72 double die, or I don't know, anything. And just blows my mind to know that you could potentially have something in your pocket change worth a life-changing amount of money. And I absolutely love that. Let me post my email address here real quick. Here's your magic. And I'm spelling it wrong. That's great. Here we go. Why didn't it come up? Oh, I forgot I'm not on my YouTube channel. It came up from one of my other ones. Well, anyhow, if you see where it says the Hunters of Ghosts, this is derringermagic@gmail.com. That's my personal email address. Unfortunately, on my Coin Opp YouTube, the comments were not coming up for me, so I couldn't see what anybody was saying. So I had to go to a different YouTube channel just so that I could look at the comments. I can send you a picture. You can send me any images that you want to send me. You can either do through my email, derringermagic@gmail.com, coinoppchannel@gmail.com, or morganvideoproduction@gmail.com. When this video is over, I will go and post a comment with all of that information. You can always send me images to my email, or you can always find me on Facebook and send it to me through Facebook Messenger. Call PCGS when she said I need a coin dealer. Yes, with PCGS, Rose, I see you said you called PCGS. With PCGS and, well, both PCGS and NGC, to submit coins to them, you need to be a member. To be a member, you just go over to their website and fill out. You do have to pay a membership fee, and that's for both PCGS and NGC. But when you do pay your membership fee, you get free submissions. So it literally washes out. It's like one hand washes the other, I guess. What you would end up spending on submissions is pretty much what your fees for joining would be. So you can't just call PCGS and send in a coin. Either you have to be a member, or you have to go to a certified dealer that's a PCGS authorized dealer, and they can submit for you. Same with NGC. Now, out of the top 3 third-party graders, here, let me pull these up. Hopefully that should have changed. You've got Annex, NGC, and PCGS. Annex, you do not need to be a member at all, and they're cheaper than the other people by far. They're a lot cheaper, but the only downfall is that if you're in the market for reselling, you don't fetch as much money if it's in an Annex holder. NGC pulls pretty good value. PCGS always pulls excellent value. So just do keep that in mind. Annex, I absolutely love Annex, is you don't need to be a member. It's really cheap. They do an excellent job with error and varieties. And then NGC has awesome customer service, and they are really good with error and variety coins as well. If you ever submit a coin to somebody such as John Wexler and it comes back that is a new discovery, or Dr. Wiles from Konica and it comes back a new discovery, they'll write you a letter, and NGC with that letter will literally attribute it as they said it is, and even put on the coin that it's a discovery piece and give you credit for it. So I've always enjoyed that about them. Those are your coin graders. What about coin shows? Get coins graded without being a member? I do believe you can. I know at coin shows, typically NGC, PCGS, or Annex will have a setup, and you can submit coins to them right there. How do we subscribe? Okay, if you are looking at my channel, Robert just mentioned this, if you were to wave your cursor down in the right-hand corner, you'll see a half-cent that has a skull carved into it. It's a hobo half-cent. If you were to wave your cursor over that, the subscribe button pops right up. You can subscribe right there. Give it a thumbs up. We see we've got 86 people watching and 44 thumbs ups. Let's get some thumbs up. I have 8,000 wheats, found all coin roll hunting. So did you bring any coins to show us? Tonight, no, I did not bring coins to show you guys tonight. I literally just wanted to do question and answers, get familiar with everybody, get accustomed to doing this. For the next live stream, though, I am going to definitely be bringing coins and do a little show and tell with everybody. Show you guys some of the cool stuff I've found over the years. Hello, hi, Coin Slacker. What coin collector doesn't own a Morgan dollar? Me. My last name's even Morgan, and I don't own a Morgan dollar. I'm not a fan of the Morgan dollar whatsoever. Don't get me wrong, I've owned plenty, but I only ever buy them if I can make money on them. I'm not a collector of Morgan dollars. Thank you, William Kraft. I appreciate it. I'm just amazed by how many people are actually watching this right now. Do you own a Morgan dollar? I do not. Thank you. Jessica's talking about them right now. All right, well, I'm going to go back to Heritage. When you are submitting to Heritage, though, if you have your coins already graded by either PCGS, Annex, NGC, or even SEGs, I know they accept SEGs holders, but if they're already graded, they'll put them right on in. No, the Invader, this is not a new channel. This is just my first time ever doing a live stream. We've never live streamed on this channel before. It's an offset penny. No, actually, it's a hobo half-cent that somebody carved a skull into Lady Liberty. This is interesting, Coin Opp. Well, thank you, Hidden Numistics. I don't either, Dustin. I would love to have one. It's one of the reasons I started collecting. This T2 Lincoln Cent. Do you have any good sources? What? 1981 is T2. I'm sure Hidden Numistics I could get you hooked up. A peace dollar. I'm not a fan of mortgage. Oh, a peace dollar. All right. Well, I'm glad Couch Coins told you to come here. Couch, watch a lot of his stuff. I enjoy watching him coin search. Let me switch those logos back off. No, I went to the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you for all the hard work you put into your channel. I do. You guys have no idea how much work has gone into this YouTube, the website, the Facebook groups. The last couple months, I have not had a lot of time. Yes, I do YouTube and all of this, but this doesn't pay the bills. So I paint houses, and I've had a contracting service for years. So there's been a couple times that here in the last couple months I've been out making side money, and have not had as much time lately, but hopefully that should all have changed, and I should be able to focus more on this. I do know that now with live streaming, I am going to get a better camera setup. I do have my microscope. I want to get a separate computer dedicated specifically for Coin Opp. So I do have a few more things that I want to be doing, and I do want to increase the quality of videos. What is my definition of an error? An error, any mint error, anything that was minted wrong, more or less. Tim, if it's done outside of the mint, then it's not an error, that'd be damage. Found a 1966 missing the word "we" from the motto. What causes this? Dan Linebearer, that would be what's called struck through grease, or even some dye fatigue. It could have just been a worn dye. But if you are missing the word "we" from the motto, it's probably struck through grease. It's kind of common. You'll see it a lot. Now, with struck through grease errors, small ones where it's like just a portion of a letter or a word's gone, they don't typically really bring in anything too much over face value. But if you have one that was struck through grease that's missing just a whole lot, like the entire date or portions of the motto or all of Liberty or whatever, then those will bring in a few dollars, sometimes more. It all depends. Oh, Sophie, thank you. The whole point of my YouTube is to put forward information that I don't seem to find easily online. I like to put together videos, word them in a way that makes it easy for everybody to understand. A lot of times, and for me, when I first started really getting into error and variety coins, I did not understand a lot of the terms. The terms was the biggest thing that was a hurdle for me. The first time I was in a coin shop and the dealer was looking at me and he's like, oh, I've got this in an XF45 and over here is a PF62. I had no idea what the guy was talking about. So a lot of what I try to do, I like to put out the information in a manner that anybody could just watch it and figure out what it is that we're talking about. And that's part of the point of this. I enjoy this hobby with an immense passion, and one of my goals is to be able to give back that information that people have freely given to me. So I'm trying to do that by helping everybody else out in any way that I can to help them in this hobby. This literally is a hobby that you don't need to be wealthy. I'm not a wealthy man by any means. And I've been a coin collector, and I have a substantial collection. And I did it with next to nothing. I pretty much did it by coin searching and cherry picking. I like to go into coin shops, search through their inventory, find stuff that they missed, get it for a really cheap price. Now I have a very expensive rare variety or whatnot. And then, of course, coin searching. Nothing's better than finding 1995 double die worth 40 bucks and finding it for 1 penny in pocket change. It's always amazing. Yes, any hub doubling, but once you get it, you get it. I don't get it. Ah, I see Ken Peavy's on. Can you recommend a site explaining it in depth? I can recommend many sites explaining it in depth. Ken Peavy just asked a question about machine doubling. Now I will tell you now there is a blog called 1 Million Pennies. If you were to go to that, I know he has an article on there about machine doubling. Lincoln Cent Resource has a huge article about it. I know on Konicka's website, they do have information about that as well. And as a matter of fact, speaking of mechanical, hold on, that's what we are talking about. Yep, speaking of mechanical doubling, how about if we do this? For those of you who don't know what mechanical doubling is, here's some images. Mechanical doubling is not a true double die. What mechanical doubling is it's kind of a shift when they're minting the coin. If it's loose at all inside of its retaining collar or anything causes the coin to shift while it is being struck, it'll kind of slide and give this flat shelf-like appearance on the coin. I know up in the one corner you see a 1972 that almost looks like it'd be a double die. It's definitely not. There's a 1968S. This image I actually used in one of my videos a long time ago, and I like this one because one of the big ones that I'll see in earlier Lincoln Cents, like this 1968S, somebody will see that and think they have a double die. Well, mechanical doubling doesn't just affect just the date, it also affects the mint mark. And during this time period, the mint mark was added separately. So a double die during the 1960s, you're not going to see the doubling on the mint mark as well. So if you were looking at this and you saw doubling on the date and on the mint mark, well, that's a dead giveaway. And then right here on Lincoln's face, you can clearly see that mechanical doubling. Mechanical doubling is very flat. It's shelf-like. It does not have split serifs, which a split serif is like the ends of the letters and the numbers. There'd be no line separation. It'll just be flat, smushed out. Let me see here. I know I have true double die. Here you should be looking at an image. Here's a 1972 DDO Type 1. This is the big 1972 that everybody looks at. It should be on the side of your screen where it says true DDO. And then the other side is mechanical doubling. If you see how flat that is compared to a true double die, the doubling will be raised just as high as the rest of the devices. On a mechanical doubling, it's going to be flatter than the rest of the devices, and it's going to be real shelf-like. It's not going to be pretty. Link back over here. Our 2017p penny is going to be worth a lot of money. The Invader asset. Everybody is putting the 2017ps aside, and what's going to happen with the 2017p is the exact same thing that happened with the 1943 steel or anything else that is only a one-year coin. Everybody goes and pulls all the uncirculated ones that they can aside, and they hoard them. So what happens is down the road, 20, 30 years from now, there's going to be a whole bunch of them all in super high grade, and the values are not really, in my opinion, are not going to go super high. I'm personally keeping some because I just think it's awesome that they put the P finally on the penny, on the Lincoln cent. That's pretty cool stuff. Okay, we'll leave some of those coins behind you. Well, behind me, John, I think we've got some ancient Romans, some double dies, buffalo nickels, some steels. My next live stream, John, I was going to get the scope out, and I was literally going to take some of my double dies that you see behind me and all that stuff and put them under the scope and actually see you. Venus, Dustin, please help. I cannot join the Facebook group. It says error. Venus, if you're having a problem joining the Facebook group, send me an email and I'll get your information. Hi, Amber. I see that you're in here. Amber Pennell, one of my admins, is in here. But send me an email. I'll post my email link down here in a minute. Actually, I can post it right now. It just won't be under Coin Opp. But let me do that right now. Send me an email. That way we can link up information, and I will make sure I get you into the group. Hello, Dustin. How are you doing? Hi, Chancy Cheek. How are you doing? Come on, show one coin behind you. Well, this literally, John, this camera isn't going to show you these coins too well unless I get the microscope out and get everything hooked up. You're not really going to be able to see. I mean, you might be able to see that steel. It's like an MS66, MS67 steel. There's a 72 double die, uncirculated type 3. But once again, without my scope, I can't even show you the close-ups of it, John. So it's not really worth it to you. And there's all kinds of ancient Romans. For those of you who don't know, oh shoot, I love my Aaron variety coins, but I also like getting ancient coins right out of the ground from dig sites, which is getting harder and harder to do. And I love cleaning them to get them down to what they're supposed to be. So I'm one of those people that will spend months on end soaking a coin and slowly using toothpicks and cotton swabs to get all the gunk off of it and expose what it once was. But I enjoy that. So that's one of my little passions as well. I have 42 boxes of Lincoln cents waiting for me. I can't say that. Eisen 7, I don't think I'm saying that right. I wish I had 42 boxes of Lincoln cents waiting for me. Hi, Sylvie. Hi, Amber. I have 2013 P with 5 on his face. So you have a 2013 Lincoln cent with a 5 on his face. I'd be curious to see that. There are, I don't know if you can see the image right up in the corner here, but that's one of Robert Lawson's discoveries. That was a 1966 dime that has a misplaced 5 from the 1965 SMS set on its face. So that is very possible. What do you think about the new 225 anniversary silver American Liberty medal? To be honest, Chancey, I don't get into the silver rounds and all that stuff a whole lot, so I haven't paid it a whole bunch of attention. I'll actually have to go take a look, and I'll let you know. I love the Romans you sent me. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I love my Romans. I have tons of them. Tell if a coin is circulated or not circulated. I'm new. Okay, well, Cloud9, a circulated coin, basically, if it's in your pocket, it's pretty much circulated. An uncirculated coin has not seen circulation. Now, you will find uncirculated ones in pocket change. Here's a 2017. I just picked this right up off of that. You see how nice and shiny and pretty that is compared to that one. This is uncirculated. This is circulated. But typically, you're not going to find too many uncirculated coins in your pocket change. What was that one question I just saw? With a low mintage, any thoughts? Will they be collectible like for the series? Well, the 1926 Peace Dollar already is collectible, so yes, if you have a 1926 Peace Dollar, put it aside. Peace Dollars always build value. Morgan Dollars and Peace Dollars both are excellent coins to invest into to increase value. They readily change in value with common ones, with silver weight, and of course any of your key dates or semi-key dates or rare ones will just always go up in value because those are some of the most desirable coins out there. What do I soak them in with the Roman coins? Roman coins I usually use, well, I use a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I can access it. I use olive oil. I soak them for a few months in olive oil, and then I use some Q-tips and toothpicks, and I get some of the gunk off. And then I have some specialty chemicals that I ordered from Wizard Coins that help get the rest of the vertigo and all that crap off of it and make them pretty. What happens if we donate money here? Right now, nothing, Invader. That will change. I don't normally ask people to donate money to stuff. I mean, if people want to, if you want to leave me a super chat, that is awesome. If you do, my next video, which will be one of my regular videos, which will be Friday, I'm definitely going to give everybody a special shout out that has left me a super chat. But if any of you guys do know me, you would know that on any of the videos that I do make mention of my Patreon, but I don't ever force any of that stuff on people. I don't force people donating money to this. I do this to volunteer my time. I enjoy giving back to everybody. If you do want to leave me a super chat, hey, I'm not going to argue that at all. I'm not a wealthy man, so I absolutely love it. But hey, Dustin, you're doing awesome. Thank you, Victor. Do you have any info on the 2009 nickel? I just saw a video about the 2009 nickel, and I didn't get to watch it yet, but I was curious what everybody is going nuts about the 2009 nickel. As far as I know, they have fairly high mintage, so New Age State Park quarters approved silver will increase value even since the cost of them is about... what do you clean your coins? I don't clean my coins whatsoever, Barbara. When it comes to... the only coins that I clean are ancient coins, and that's because they literally come out of the ground with so much dirt on it that you can't see anything, and it's like concrete on it. On a standard coin, I don't like to clean them at all. Cleaning a coin, you risk damaging it. I mean, even just simply wiping it off or thumbing it, you risk damage a coin. And as soon as a coin is marked cleaned, you just killed the value. So typically, I don't clean like Lincoln cents or any of that stuff at all, whatsoever. But if you happen to come across one that is just caked in dirt and you can't read it and you need to do something about it, some warm soapy water and maybe a Q-tip, just something, whatever's soft. Do not use anything rough on it. The 2009 is a low mintage. Well, I'll have to take a look at it, William. If the 2009 nickel is a low mintage, I'll end up doing a video on it as well. Awesome video and topic. Shout out Droids Collectors. There you go. You got a little shout out, Droids. What's up, Dustin? What's up, Kenneth Flowers? I had a 1912 big penny with a guy on it holding a stick. That sounds more like... thank you for answering my question. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Any other questions anybody has? We've got a minimum of 16 minutes left. Oh, if any of you guys have any questions, anything relating, anything coins, anything about us, do you like to what? Do you like toned coins? Oh, absolutely. I love toned coins, but not artificially toned coins. There's a big difference between artificial toning and natural toning, Victor. With toned coins, I enjoy a coin that has what I call album toning. When somebody puts one of them in one of the little coin holders and the paper coin holders, and they leave it sit for about 20, 30 years, it gets these beautiful rainbow rings around it. And it kind of stops like right at the profile on a Lincoln of like Lincoln's head, or on a nickel right around Jefferson. And I love those. Yes, I do know Half Dollar Make You. I don't know him personally, but I've watched his channel. I do like Half Dollar Make You Holler. He has some good material over there as well. Where do you find Roman coins? Somebody asked me. Well, with the ancient coins, the Roman coins, I order them from various countries overseas. And about 2 years ago, they made it really difficult. So about once or twice a year, I get a big shipment in. And other than that, I don't really get them much anymore. But with getting ancient coins out of dig sites, when there's an archaeological dig site, I try to buy them directly out of it. And about 2 years ago, they changed the laws on it. So a lot of countries now, if a coin is dug up in it, it has to stay in the country of origin. And it's become a real pain in the butt dealing with customs. I mean, every coin that I have to have custom tickets and all that stuff. So it's a pain in the butt. Where to send coins off to? Well, if I see Ines just asked, I'm confused now. You said an uncirculated is never circulated, but you said you find uncirculated coins. Yeah, Brian, I know that was a little confusing there. typically you are not going to find uncirculated coins in pocket change. But if somebody were to just get a roll of uncirculated coins, open it up and throw it in pocket change for a day or two as it's circulating, it would still be listed as uncirculated, even though technically it probably isn't anymore. Do you have any double die? I have lots of double dies, Super Toad. Tons of double dies. There's double dies sitting behind me. Isn't that illegal? If you're talking about the ancient Romans saying isn't that illegal, the ones that I get in legally. They all come in with custom tickets. Everything is done legally. They don't come in countries that I can't have them from. But like I said, the last 2 years has become really hard, so probably not going to be getting a whole lot more in because they're just tight. Oh, Jackie asked what a key date is. Sorry about that, Jackie. What a semi-key date is, a key date and a semi-key date. If you're looking at a coin series, let's say like the Lincoln Cents, the key dates for Lincoln Cents would be the 1909 S VDB, as that's one of the rarest mintages. The key dates basically are the rarest mintages, the lowest mintages. So you'd have the 1909 S VDB, the 1909 S, the 1914 D, the 1922 plain, which is the 1922 that's missing its D mint mark. In 1922, they should all have a D mint mark. Some of them have a weak D, and some of them have no D. It was over-polished. So it's technically a mint error. They over-polished it and did away with the D on accident. So that's also a key date. And then 1931S is another key date. Your semi-key dates would be the ones that have a low mintage, but not low enough to make them super valuable, but enough for them to be to hold a premium. Yeah, Corrigan Channel. Wow, that's a cool name. Corrigan Channel. The 1950 D nickel is considered a key date for the Jefferson Nickel series. The 1950 D, the 38 D. I will, from time to time, I will spend uncirculated. Robert Lawson just said from time to time he spends uncirculated coins for dinner or coffee. As a matter of fact, yes, Corrigan, eBay is definitely known for fake coins. There are more fake coins on eBay than anywhere I've ever seen before in my life. Does cloudiness or milkiness hurt the value of a proof coin? Yes, it can. If you have a really cloudy, ugly, milky proof coin, it definitely takes away from value. A lot of what goes on with proof coins comes down to eye appeal. So you can have a coin that's a proof 64 that has great tone and eye appeal, and then you could have one that's a proof 67 that's just milky and ugly, or a proof 66 that's milky and ugly, and you'll fetch more for that proof 64 just because of its eye appeal. So it all comes down to eye appeal with proof coins, Chancy Cheek. Who said that? Yes. Thought I saw Mr. Lawson. Yes, Mr. Lawson is in the group. Are 1909 wheat pennies worth money? Yes, they definitely are. A common 1909 wheat penny, a no VDB, or even a 1909 with VDB, common circulated conditions are worth a few bucks, up to 15, 20 bucks a piece. Uncirculated ones can go up even more. 1969S with some DD, but the funny part is that it got it in a keychain. They stuck a little elephant. Well, what type of use? Mostly fakes on eBays. With fakes on eBays, it's mostly it's mostly error coins that I see. Lately, there have been some fake, which I have no idea why you would even take the time to use this, but I've been seeing fake off-centers, like in fake off-centered Lincoln, which is only worth a couple bucks anyhow. So why you would fake that, I don't know. But you'll see a lot of fake 1955 double dies, a ton of fake 1969 S's, more fake 1909 SVDBs than anything else out there. You're going to see fake 1931, 31 S's. You'll see fake 1914 Ds, a lot of fake 1914 Ds. But if you go over to eBay right now and go pull up like 1914 D and start looking through, you'll see a couple that are clearly fake, a couple that are clearly cast or an altered date. A lot of times they'll take a 1944 and they will alter the second 4 to make it look like a 1, but you can easily tell because the 1914 does not have the designer's initials down on the bottom of the shoulder. The 1944 does. So 1894 S Barber Dime Faint S. Who do I need, Dustin? If you literally had an 1894 S Barber Dime, I would be sending that off to PCGS, Annex, or NGC with a quickness. there a way to prevent a proof coin from getting cloudy? Robert Lawson, I know he's commenting in the comments. He might be able to answer that better than I could. I'm not too sure how to prevent a proof coin from getting cloudy. You sit with licking smoking a pipe. That's pretty cool, Brian. This is yeah, Robert Winters. If you do buy from eBay, make sure you know what you're getting, or make sure it's a decent seller. There are a lot of really good sellers on eBay. If you just go through, you can find some really good sellers that don't list stuff like that. Hey Dustin, what is your favorite US coin design? My favorite US coin design is by far the Indian head cent. I love the Indian head cent, and I explained that earlier on. I love the Indian head cent because it's not a Native American that you're seeing. It's Lady Liberty wearing a Native American headdress, and it was to try and repair relations with Native Americans back there. Let's see, Drew Slow. Dustin, are you back in New York now? You're going to have to meet up sometime. Yes. Yeah, actually, Drew, I am back in York, Pennsylvania. I've been back in York, PA for over a year now. So, yeah, hit me up on Facebook, and I'll get your information, Drew. No stopping. It is due to stranger packaging from the mint. Okay. Would they be able to make identification? At the third-party graders, Kenneth, if you were to send a coin like that to Annex, PCGS, or NGC, they definitely will be able to let you know what you have. Oh, wow. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for the super chat. Victor just gave me a $2 super chat. Just so you guys know, there is a super chat feature when we are doing a live stream. If anybody does feel like donating money, you are more than welcome to. It's like a tip. I do not ask that. I do not force that on people. But seeing that come up, I figured I'd mention that. I literally do this to volunteer my time. So, reverse has doubling on the left wheat. I'd be curious to see that. There are different double dies for the 43 steels, so you could potentially have one. What is the 1943 copper penny, William asked? In 1943, the U.S. Mint needed the copper for the war effort. So that year, they decided to mint all of the Lincoln cents in steel. Somehow, a few copper planchets managed to get into the mix and got out into circulation. I know currently, I believe there are 16 or 18 graded examples. There's not very many 1943 coppers out there, and in any grade or condition, if it's a real copper, they are worth a fortune. Some of them have gone for mega money, upwards of $1 million. So if you have a 1943 that you believe is an actual 1943 copper, I would definitely send that off and have it looked at. But an easy way, most of the time what they do is they copper plate one of the 1943 steels. So if you ever have one that you think is a 1943 copper, take a magnet to it. If it sticks to a magnet, it's definitely not. Dustin, how can I improve to sell on the Facebook site? Just go over to the sales site and message one of the admins. That's all you got to do, and they'll go from there. So heavy metal silver. I like your name, by the way. Flag at 18. Ola Granola $2 donation train. Woohoo! Is the 1999 penny struck on dime planchet worth money? If you had a 1999 penny that was struck on a dime planchet, it would definitely be worth money. At least a few $100s, if not upwards of close to $1,000. So yes, it is definitely worth money. Wheat pennies with cuds about the size of a pencil eraser or bigger on the wheat on the reverse of them. Are they worth selling or just to keep? I would definitely, if you're interested in selling, that is nice big cuds on a coin. They can be worth some nice money, Chansey. There's a website, Cuds on Coins. I would suggest going over there, checking them out. They list every known cud and die break and interior die break that they can. So go over there and take a look. You might be able to find some listings for the cuds that you have. But yes, cuds definitely bring in money, anywhere from a few bucks up to 30, 40 bucks a piece. So it all depends on how big the cud is and where the error is at. Do you see more errors on proofs than business strikes? No, I see more errors on business strikes than proofs. You got to keep in mind, proof coins, when they are minting a proof coin, they take their time minting them. They're struck multiple times. They're handled delicately. They just do everything differently, and they catch a lot of the errors on them a lot quicker than they do on the business strikes. The business strike, those coins were being minted faster than your eye can see. So when there is an error or a flaw, a lot of times it goes unnoticed. Let's see, this is by far the most knowledgeable coin live stream I've ever watched. Just awesome. You got to do more. Every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we will be doing a live stream. Now, tonight, though, I don't really have a real topic. I just have it open. But from next Wednesday on, I will have small topics, but it will be question and answers. But I will have small topics I'll try to stay on. I have a 1995 quarter, and the letter P is on the right side and nothing else. Okay. Supposed to be on the right side. Is there anything else, any other detail? Linda, I have learned so much from you and Couch Collectibles. You guys rock. I enjoy Couch Collectibles channel a lot myself. Is it 1988 plain cent wham worth much money? No, the 1988 wide AM varieties are fairly common, so they're not really worth a whole lot. But if you are one of the ones that are into collecting the close AM, wide AM, then I do recommend it. All right, we got another $2 super chat. Thank you, Billy. How do you say your name? It's hard for me to see on the computer. It's at a distance. But Billy, thank you so much for your super chat. You will get a shout out in my next video as well. All of you guys were. Felt like forever. Most times just spank. What? Today is Wednesday. Hey, Dustin, is it worth holding on to the 40% silver Ikes? I strongly suggest you do. One of the things with the Ike dollars that I have been noticing, if you look at values of Ike dollars from even 5 years ago till now, even common Ike values have been going up in value. They're getting very hard to find in circulation, which you used to be able to find them pretty easily. So if you have any of the silver Ikes, any of the 40% proof Ikes or whatever with the Ike dollars, I strongly suggest you save them. They are only gaining in value right now, in my opinion. So that would be my suggestion on that. I will post a couple on Coin Opp later. Some very nice large cuts. I would like to see them, Chansey. If you do post them, tag me in it. I would love to see it. Is the 2000 Sacagawea with the ridges and the edge feathers worth? Really? Do you have any? With the ridges and the eagle's feathers. Are you talking about the super bird variety? The Cheerios one? If you're talking about the Cheerios variety with the enhanced tail feathers, I do not have one of them. They are very rare and worth a lot of money. I would love to own one, however. I do think... Does Robert Lawson? I think Robert Lawson might have one. Penny get struck 3 times? Yes, Penny can. Yet there are multi-struck coins. You can find them. If you look up multi-struck coin on Google, you will find images of pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters that have been struck more than 3 times. I got 1971D nickel proof at a garage sale. Awesome. Good job, Jamie. Well, likes everyone. Polish of silver. I got it. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on all the comments. Clean money? What? Hey, Dustin, can you foresee the 2012 self-proof set? The only way I could see the 2012 silver proof set coming down in price is if silver comes down in price, but probably not. Are Susan B's worth much? It depends. With the Susan B. Anthony's, if you have the 1979 that has the far date variety, that could be worth money. And of course, any uncirculated, really nice uncirculated ones will of course bring money. Yeah, silver is down. This is a very good buying time for silver coins. I have a 1992. In America, it looks like there's a dot between the 1 and E pluvis. Do you think this is an error? No, there's supposed to be a dot. It's supposed to be E dot pluvis. Well, probably not. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, with like the 1992 that you're talking about, in 1982, we started minting our Lincoln Cents with a zinc core that's copper plated. And a lot of times gas gets trapped in between that copper plating and the zinc core. And it forms little bubbles throughout the coin. And those bubbles will make some very weird effects on your coin. It'll make it look like you've got a repunched mint mark, which is impossible after 1989. It'll make it look like there's doubling. It'll just give it all kinds of weird effects. So sometimes if you're seeing things that look like you're saying an extra dot, it could very well just be a gas bubble. But then again, I couldn't tell you for sure without seeing it. It's long enough for me to learn this is for sure. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Kenneth. We found a 1972 Kennedy with no FG and sold it for 4 times what the book said value was. Stick these do you take in book value? Okay, coins for amateurs. That is an awesome question. He brings up book value. When it comes to valuing your coins, I typically don't do that through books at all. I will never ever pick up a red book, and I have a copy of every year red book, but I will not pick up a red book to look at it for value. I use the red book to look at mintages and information and all of that. One thing people need to keep in mind is that coin values literally change daily. It all depends on what people are willing to pay for it. So, you know, a coin that's worth 50 bucks today, 2 weeks from now might be worth 60, or it might be worth 40. Now, there are ways to figure out actual fair market value at the current time. Now, common things, like if it's a common error or variety, like a 1995 double die, you can find value on that real easily. There are a lot of 95 double dies. Excuse me, I don't know why I've coughed lately. But to find value, I typically go over to Heritage Coin Auctions, find comparables of what it is that I'm selling in their past auction archives, and then I go over to eBay and I do the same thing. And by doing that, and then I use PCGS's price guide, by comparing all three of those, I can come up with a pretty roundabout estimate of what I should be getting for whatever it is I'm selling. Let me change it. Look at my videos, Steel Penny, I think errors and die crack on the back. X72 Type 2 is a proof. Die reverse error, yes. About marking coins. Coin is always worth what they are willing to pay. That is absolutely correct. Hey, Invader. Is a uncirculated 1923 silver Standing Liberty worth a couple bucks? Yes, a 1923 silver Standing Liberty, and of course, it's at least worth its weight in silver. You see, at least the live stream title says Coin Opp live stream. Yep. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I spelled Coin Opp wrong. I will have to fix that after I'm done the live stream. It does say that Sin Opp live stream. I don't know what Sin Opp is, but apparently we're doing it live. Do you make a living from coins, or do you have a day job? Well, right now it's kind of in between there, Papa Cryptos. I was a contractor for many years. I saw Heavy Metal Silver ask about that. I was a drywaller painter for many, many years, and I had a handyman service down in the Carolinas. From time to time, I still do paint houses or do some drywall, but for the most part right now, I have been focusing all of my time and effort as of late, as much as I can, on to this. Between the ad revenue that this generates, I make a little bit of money from that, and then a little bit from website and from this and that. It's enough to get by, it's enough to survive, so I'm thinking I would like to do coins for a full-time living. So hopefully down the road, I should be opening a coin shop / Coin Opp studio, which is what I would like to have. I'd like to have a coin shop that's also a studio where we film and do all of our audio and all of that stuff, so people can come and physically see us and join in. I think that would be awesome. But that's way down the road. That's nowhere anytime soon. I have a 1970 worth gold sevens. Is that worth it? I would have to see that 1977 double die. It would all depend. A lot of it depends on grades. People pay at auction and avoid book value. It's excellent advice, sir. And keep people getting taken by scrupulous dealers. Yes, coins for amateurs. You're absolutely right. Now, the book values, the red book and blue book and stuff like that, they're put out every year, but you got to keep in mind that all of that information was compiled 6 to 8 months prior to it even being put out. So that information in that book is at least a year and a half old. So those values are from about a year and a half ago. If you want to know what dealers are currently paying, then I would suggest getting a copy of the gray sheet. If you were to Google gray sheet, it'll come right on up. But each there's a sheet that dealers get. I believe it's weekly. It's called the gray sheet, and it has current values for what dealers should be paying, and it also lists what dealers trade amongst each other. So if you really want to know values, that'd be a heck of a way to do it. Well, thank you. I'm 5 and been collecting coins since I was 3. Well, William, you definitely type better than somebody who's 5. So if that's true, then you're definitely on the right path, my friend. And with the up-to-date plan to be the leader in this hobby. Well, I'm not trying to be a leader in the hobby. I would just like to be able to bring you up-to-date information and useful information. I don't like all the bait articles and stuff that I see people put out, but I do want to help everybody stay connected. How often do you upgrade your red book? Every year. Every year I get a new red book. Every year. Probably don't need to because it's all the same information from the previous years, but every single year I get a new red book. I get a new red book, and every about 2-3 years I get a new set of cherry pickers. And actually I think I still only have the 4th edition of Ken Potter's book. I got to get Ken Potter's newest version of Strike It Rich with pocket change. Oh, okay, 15. That makes much better sense. Well, William, I appreciate that. I started young myself, but at your age, I was not into it at the depth that you are. I will tell you right now, if you're 15 and you're into coin collecting, that is amazing and that is awesome. At that young age, if you start putting coins aside and just don't even touch them, put them aside, don't even look at them, and wait until you're my age, you're going to be sitting on some nice money. I also suggest putting coins aside for retirement. I have a set of coins that I call my retirement coins. And as I find certain coins, they go into my safety deposit box and my retirement coin set. So always be planning for the future. You might be 15, and planning for the future is not normally something a 15-year-old likes to do, but you might want to start doing that. I have my grandpa's red book 2nd edition. It's funny you say that. I have a price guide from the late 60s, and I like looking through that because it just amazes me to see, what is it, an 1877 Indian head cent at that time was valued at like 40 bucks or 45 bucks. Just cracks me up. Get some, I can't read the last part. I collect everything. I started collecting crazy, ugly, bizarre cents. Somebody else collect the weird. I collect the weird. I love, if there's a coin that stands out to me for whatever reason, I keep it. Do I have that over here? No, it's on my searching table. I actually pulled aside an ugly 1995 Lincoln cent. It is by far the ugliest Lincoln cent I've ever seen, and it is so ugly that I have to keep it. It's nothing more than a damaged, dirty coin, but it is ugly in the right way, I guess. I don't know. So I collect the weird and unusual too, buddy. My red book was every 3 to 5 years. New. I have 2 90% silver quarters. Good. Keep saving those 90% silver quarters. Thank you for your live feed, Dustin. We learned a lot from your Facebook group and your YouTube channel. It's the 1971 $50 worth money. It's worth 50 cents. I'm messing with you, Invader. Well, keep in mind, 1964 was 90% silver. Then 1965 through 1970 is 40%. 1971 was the first year that it's no silver. So if it's an uncirculated 1971 $50, then a little bit over face value. But for the most part, if it's a circulated 1971 $50 and it's not an error and it's not a variety, then it's pretty much probably worth right around face value. That are graded, that cost less than what it cost graded versus buying coins or graded. Okay, that's Chancy Cheek. That's a really good question. There are dealers that every year just send in bulk packs of coins to be graded. So they will send in like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 coins at a time to be graded. And when they come back, all the good stuff they keep and all the stuff that comes back that's just junk to them, they put in bargain bins and will sell them for $6, $10 a coin, $15 a coin. And if you're into that, if you want graded slabbed coins, well, that's an affordable way to do it, but you typically aren't going to get anything too good. So if you like collecting graded slabbed coins, then absolutely. I bought some of them at coin shops. I know at Steinmetz Coins here in York, PA, one time he had a whole box of them out for $5 a slabbed coin from PCGS, and they were just like state quarters and just various things that were graded that didn't have super high grades. I bought the whole box of them. Well, you know, it all depends. It depends. I personally don't like buying slabbed coins. I try to stay away from that. I like buying raw coins, but yes, I know the live stream went past an hour. But the reason that I buy raw coins is I like 2x2 holders. I like having them in my coin album books and all of that stuff. What do you think about the 2014 WDDO-003? I have found 3 so far. Wexler list. This is a best of variety. Brian, for the WDDO-003, what denomination is that? Is that Lincoln cent? And I would have to pull it up to see. I don't know it off the top of my head. Are the bicentennial quarters worth anything? That's another one of the ones I had talked about earlier. There are certain coins that when they came out, people decided to put aside. The bicentennial quarter is one of them. There are lots of bicentennial quarters out there. So unless it's uncirculated or there's something wrong with it, it's pretty much worth face value. But at the same time, they are cool, and I like to keep them anyhow. 970S Marky Penny, and it was shot by a shotgun. That's cool. 6 months on the West. It is only 6 on the West Coast. Bye, Invader. See you next Wednesday. All right. Well, guys, I think we are going to end this out. I thank everybody for all of your participation. Just so you know, if you would like to help our channel, you can do so by hitting the thumbs up button. The more you hit that thumbs up button, the more it does encourage YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also, always leave us a comment on anything. The more you comment, the more it encourages YouTube to share our stuff. And please subscribe. The more subscribers, the better. I love it when everybody subscribes. I see Invader is subscribing. Thank you, the Invader. Well, thank you. Thank you, Recycle Ray, Robert Winters. If you have not been to our website, it is varietyerrors.com. Once again, it is varietyerrors.com. As soon as I'm done this live stream, I will go post links to our website, to the Facebook groups. If you would like to join up on any of the Facebook groups, come on over. I will post a link to the Coin Opp group on Facebook. We do have a Coin Opp sales group on Facebook. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. So have fun, everyone. Woohoo.